All right, another nice day. There is the view as seen from Carter Mountain as we look off to the west. A few fair weather cumulus clouds out there. While temperatures were warmer today, it was certainly comfortable, and those numbers a lot more seasonable here as we roll into mid-June. 83 is the current number at the airport, touching 85 for high today. Light southerly wind. Dew point is still fairly low, although that number will be rising into tomorrow and the late week. 80 is the current reading at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave. Some scattered cloud cover. Dew point still in the upper 50s, made it up to a high of 81 after a morning low of a comfortable 50 degrees. 79 in Palmyra, 81 in Dillon, 79 there in Madison, 79 in Waynesboro, and 80 currently in Stanton. There's a look at the Doppler radar and the satellite combined, and there are a few clouds out there, but not many. Again, a tiny chance of maybe a stray shower through sunset, but most of it's dry. Temperatures here overnight, lower 60s, so numbers will come up, but the humidity is still low. That changes tomorrow as we'll have more of a south-southwesterly wind. So upper 80s to around 90 east of the Blue Ridge, at least some mid to upper 80s in the Shenandoah Valley. You'll certainly feel a higher humidity. Now taking us into Friday, that'll be the hottest day with temperature in the mid-90s, although the humidity could be a little lower on Friday thanks to a westerly wind. But you can see our average daytime high now, 84 degrees. So we're above that for Thursday and Friday. The good news is if you don't like an extended period of hot weather, well, we catch a break for the Father's Day weekend. However, as we look into next week, which will be the next big thing, we're going to have a prolonged period of big heat next week. This takes us from Tuesday basically into next weekend. We're talking about above average temperatures across a good section of the eastern United States, so well above average in the mid-90s for many of us next week, and overall a largely dry pattern as well. So that's where we're headed. In the short term, high pressure dominating. We have a front well down across the Florida Peninsula. That's been a soaking rain across that region of the country. We have a front west of Chicago, and that front will be moving through here late Friday night and early Saturday, and that'll knock those temperatures back into the 80s after a two-day stint of some 80s to deal with. But you can see temperatures regionally, nothing too bad, and again, seasonable here for mid-June. So as we go into tonight, temperatures overnight will settle into the lower 60s. For tomorrow, I do think we're dry, upper 80s to around 90. However, as we move into Friday, the morning lows will start in the mid to upper 60s, and then we'll heat up, generally in the low and mid 90s. But we'll have a little bit of a westerly wind later in the afternoon. There will be a front moving down from the north and west, and it could trigger a late evening shower storm. Again, I think coverage would be isolated, but behind that front, we catch that break in lower humidity and lower temperatures as we move into the Father's Day weekend. So for tonight, most of us in the lower 60s, partly cloudy skies. Here's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast. Again, the heat is on here, a little preview for Thursday and Friday. Friday will be the hottest day. Then we catch that break for the weekend. But look at next week, Casey and Steve. Mid-90s heat indices will be at or above 100 in many spots. And that's the beginning of a heat wave for much of next week. Something to look forward to, whether you like it or not.
All right, Eric, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well,